Perfect.
Awesome. Hey guys, Spudknocker here, and welcome back to DCS World. Now today we've got a one-on-one training session with one of my patrons. This patron decided to focus on air-to-air combat, and we had to start off from the very bare-bones basics of basic fighter maneuvers. Two aircraft fighting against each other from a head-on position with guns only. Now my patron, he was flying his favorite DCS World module that he's trying to get very good and skilled at flying, the A-18C Hornet. Now myself as the instructor, I was flying the F-5E Tiger II. The F-5 is a fantastic aircraft to fly against new DCS World pilots who are just learning the basics of dogfighting, for the very same reasons why new pilots in real life are first exposed to dogfighting against aircraft like the F-5 and T-38 Talon. These aircraft are lightweight, they're cheap, they're relatively easy to fly, and they replicate lower-end threats like the F-7 Air Guard or MiG-21, and potentially even the MiG-23, very, very well. So, as a result, you can fly against your friends who are maybe new to DCS World without completely overpowering them with advanced avionics, helmet-mounted displays, and super maneuverability, like in the F-16, F-14, F-A-18, etc., etc. You can build up their confidence because they can make good victories against you, potentially against a pilot that has vastly more experience in DCS World than maybe they do. Now, I'll definitely admit that I'm not the best dogfighter in DCS World, that is absolutely for sure. But what I am really good at is teaching people in DCS World and getting their confidence up and making sure they're having fun, learning and enjoying their brand new hobby of flying and fighting in DCS World. So if you guys would like a one-on-one training session with myself, or sessions that is, I do one-on-one training sessions with all my patrons who donate $15 or more to the channel to help it keep it going. From videos of real-life flying to missions to tutorials to all the content you see on my channel, your guys' contributions to the channel very, very much helps me keep it alive and keep it going. So thank you very much to all those patrons who do donate to the channel, and look forward to flying with many of you guys in the future as well. So please fly safe out there and enjoy this BFM video between myself and the F-5 and against an F-A-18C Hornet. So fly safe out there, guys, and of course stay healthy as always. We'll see you in the next one. Try to force me to overshoot with your low speed maneuverability that I can't match with my older style non-fly-by-wire jet.
Yeah.
Looks like at the moment you're kind of outrunning me, which is...
I kind of lost you in the clouds. No, I have you again.
Yep, I'm not in the clouds, I'm in your deep six.
Yeah.
The good thing is I have a hard lock on you, so you're not gonna completely lose track of me. There you go, you're going up into the vertical. That's looking good, just don't let me get up on you too quick here.
Yeah.
I would have had you a few times with... Alright. I would have had you a few times there with a missile, but you're just too fast for me to get you with guns. And now he's contrailing. And he's coming back down. Pull hard into me.
Oh, I lost you again.
Okay. Alright. I'm coming, I'm right off of your wing. I'm on your 6. I'm gonna lock you up again. There we go. This is why it's good for me to fly an F5 to start off with, right? So, you should be beating me every single time in an F5. But...
You said that in the EF as well.
Yeah, but it's good to, you know, practice against some other airplane types too. But it's good to start off with the F5 so that way I don't just overpower you right to start off with, you know? Because that's no fun for anybody. Yeah, we're going really fast down.
Man, that F5 is really fast. Oh,
Yep.
the Hornet is really slow.
F5 is really fast and the Hornet's pretty slow. There you go. That's where your advantage is, right there. So you've got more powerful engines. All right, I'm pulling hard, trying to stay with you. Oh, be careful with that turn reversal here. All right, we're in a vertical scissors at this point.
Yeah.
And at this point, you probably want to just either stay in it with me, stay slow, or run away, reset the fight while I'm at such a low energy state and I can't regain it back very well in an F5.
Yeah.
Alright, coming down to the deck here. And, oh, here's your chance, Get on my 6, get on my 6.
See if I have the engine for that. Now I need to unload it.
Oh, gotcha. Just
That
make
was
sure that you...
Almost a maneuver kill for you.
What's that?
Said you almost got me in a maneuver kill.
Yep. And I've lost sight of you in the mountains here, so now there's another chance for you to get at me. Totally lost you at this point.
Yeah, same.
Alright, I'll look at the F10 map. Oh, there we go. Now you're pointed at me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, you see me?
These radar acquisition modes are really something.
Yep, so that wide acquisition mode is very, very helpful.
Yeah, and this was the vertical acquisition mode.
Yep, vertical acquisition mode is also very, very helpful. Alright, you're back on my 6. Perfect.
Oh, almost. Well, it looked like almost from here.
Yep. So the biggest thing here, when you're got somebody on your 6 and you can't shake them, it's all about the changing your lift vector. Don't let them get a good bead on where you're going to be going, so that way they can't get a good lead on you. Yeah. Always changing what you're doing, and we're at this point, you're so close. My only hope here is to force you into an overshoot situation and see if I can shake you that way. Especially because in DCS, we just don't have like pilot fatigue modeled.
Yeah.
So it's all about aircraft performance at this point. The one thing you can look for in these older engines that are on Russian airplanes, things like that, as well as older things like F5s or even like an F-86, large throttle changes. Oh, I lost sight of you again. Shit. Large throttle changes are shown off by big plumes of smoke. Oh, he's still on the 6. And so big plumes of smoke coming out of my engines for you is a good sign that I've pulled the throttles back. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I don't know what your fuel state is, but I'm still doing pretty good on gas.
Yeah, that's how I usually win against Mambo in his Viper.
Yeah.
He said for that one time I did, I flew the Messerschmitt versus him in the White Viper.
Yeah.
That was something.
And so, for your aerial gunnery skills, you want to do, you know, short bursts, but you also want to make sure that you're dragging that pipper across me as you're making that short burst. So that way you're going to have a stream of bullets that's hopefully going to go across my aircraft rather than pointing at one direction. That, you know, it would have to take a miracle for me to actually be in that one spot, right? So as you bring your nose through me, oh, there you go. That was a good chance right there for you to get me. Just at this point, it's all about. Whoop!
Oh,
just missed.
And that was
good job.
Off to the side.
Yep. Oh shit! Watch the ground. Watch the ground. Oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. That was close. Alright, here, let's see if I can turn into you. Nope, you're already way on top of it. Nice job. And here's your chance to get a really good shot on me. Oh, just missed.
The last time we flew,
Yep.
I was very inclined to just pull too hard. And
Yeah.
working a lot on unloading the airframe, and I feel like this goes a lot better now than it did last time.
Absolutely, you're doing really well. I'm very, very much impressed. But we just need to improve your aerial gunnery skills, right? Because should have had me a few times there. So remember that with your aerial gunnery, you know, it's all about just getting, if I'm in your sights, you should get the kill, right? So if you need to stomp on a rudder to get your gun sight right over me, then that's what you want to do. If you need to, you know, roll real quick, if you need to climb real quick, just to get that gun sight on me and get that good kill, then that's what you got to do, right? We got to do whatever it is. Ah, there we go. I just reversed it on you. Haha, I gotcha. All right, so at this point, you're going to want to just run away. Yep, see, look at that. See, acceleration from those F404 is just so much better than what I can do with my little J65s in my F5 here. It's no contest in a guns fight. If it were a missile fight as well, you know, if I had reversed that on you and you started to run away, I probably would have gotten you with a missile.
Yeah.
However, in this kind of situation, that's the exact right thing to do. And you're going to be able to go up over the top and reset the fight on your terms and come back down and get me. This is exactly what I would do against you in an F-18 if I was flying an F-14. If I got into a situation I didn't like, I would just hit the burners, fly up over the top, and reset the fight on my terms.
And those engines are straight from Space Shuttle.
Yep, exactly. So you're doing a fantastic job. I really, really like it. There we go. So that big looping maneuver, though, did you lose sight of me as you were doing it?
I did see you. I just misjudged the energy states.
Roger that. Because you did a big looping maneuver, and that's good. However, you kind of just put me back on your 6 again. And that's okay. Because you have that excess energy, you can just redo that. And I just lost you in the cloud here, so I'm going to come through the cloud.
Yeah, I get that your radar hasn't lost me, so I know you're behind me.
Yeah, my radar hasn't lost you. Visually, I lost you, though. That's the thing in the F5. I just have an old-style, like, F4 type gun sight, where I can't actually see where you are in my gun sight. It's just a gun sight. That's all it is. So that's your chance, right? Lose sight, lose the fight. If you think that I've lost sight of you, then come back down and pounce on me and get me.
Yeah.
All right, now you're on my 6 at this point. Looking for you, looking for you. All right, I'm getting low on fuel here. Ah, there you are. Nice and close. Okay, at this point, might have had a good chance for a snapshot there. So do you have rudder pedals?
I do.
Okay, cool. Just make sure in the F-18, if you need to make a real quick rolling maneuver at, you know, a low airspeed, just kick that rudder all the way to the stop and really roll the jet hard to get at me.
The rudder pedal is definitely something that I haven't gotten too skillful with the Hornet.
Yeah. So those rudder pedals are absolutely key to dogfighting in the Hornet, because when you're at a low airspeed and a high angle of attack, it's actually more efficient, and you can roll the jet faster if you use the rudder pedals as opposed to using your stick to roll the jet left or right. And so definitely try that as we're doing this, and this can help again with that aerial gunnery and making those quick maneuvers to get that gun sight right on me.
Yeah.
I'm about to run out of gas, so we think we've kind of fought this one to a standstill. So let's go ahead and knock it off, and we will reset and respawn, okay?
Sure. Let's see, what was my state? 4.3.
Yep, I'm down to about 400.
Yeah.
All right. Select roll. I'm going to hop back into another F5, and we'll get it going once again. So was that helpful? I think I felt like that was helpful. I feel like you kept an eye on me much better, and you were maneuvering the jet real well. We just really need to concentrate on those aerial gunnery skills. If you can, to get a good shot on me with the electronic gun sight that you have in the F-18, the best thing you can do is try to match my lift vector. And what I mean by that is think about a jet, whether it's your jet, your F-18, or my F-5, and think about an arrow that sticks up from my cockpit where I'm sitting directly up. That's my lift vector. That's where my wings are pulling me up via the lift generated by those wings. So if you can match my lift vector by matching your bank angle to my bank angle, whether we're nose up, nose down, banking really hard, whatever it might be, if we can match that bank angle and then get your pipper right in front of my jet, like right on the tippy top of my nose, and then pull the trigger, that'll be a really good, accurate gunshot. Another thing to do is think about dragging your gun sight across my jet. So if you're pulling hard and you can get your gun sight to go from my tail up through my nose or from the trailing edge of my wing up through the leading edge of my wing, make sure you're squeezing that trigger that whole time. Squeeze that trigger and drag a stream of bullets right through my jet. So that way you can just chop me in half, essentially. Now, that doesn't mean hold the trigger down for a whole second, right? That means hold the trigger down for just as long as it takes for that gun sight to walk across my aircraft. And you have a massive, massive advantage with your guns. My guns are very slow rate of fire compared to your guns, so I have to get an absolutely perfect gun solution on you to get you, whereas you just need to spray a bunch of stuff out there and hit me like a big shotgun almost. All right, ready for a second round?
Absolutely.
All righty, let's do it.
And that's also something I noticed when me and Membo had the Viper versus Messerschmitt fight.
Yeah.
That, I can turn inside him, no problem, because it's a warbird.
Yeah.
He can obviously outrun me, but the fire rate on those 30mm guns is so slow that I fire one shot in front of him and then one behind him.
Yeah, exactly. So the Soviets and the West, mostly the US, because the French actually went with large caliber cannons as well in their 30mm Defa cannons and their Mirages. But in a lot of Western jets, you have the M61 Vulcan, which is a 20mm cannon with a massively high rate of fire. So that way you can get as many bullets to hit as possible. Whereas Russian airplanes tend to use a higher caliber gun with a lower rate of fire. And the idea there is if we get one bullet to hit, then we can just completely obliterate that American F-15 or F-18 or whatever it is. But I tend to think that the idea of a higher rate of fire with a lower caliber weapon is probably the better way to go, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially if you want a multi-purpose gun.
Yeah, exactly.
The MiG-15 had that stupid 37mm cannon, which is awesome for bringing down bombers, but it's incredibly hard to hit with.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to hit a highly maneuverable F-86 with that cannon. But if you do hit an F-86 with that cannon, you're going to absolutely shred it and knock it out of the sky. That's for sure.
Yeah. And that I also noticed the Messerschmitt, because I always had the 30mm, but I also had the 30mm motor cannon. But that one has too low of a muzzle velocity to properly lead especially a high frequency, which is fast, but any kind of fighting really.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, I got you on radar again. I'm going to try and set us up for a right-to-right pass this time and see how you react to that. Currently coming through 10 miles out. Looking for you visually, but I can't seem to pick you up today, visually, before the merge.
Yeah, I do see you visually, but usually I don't. I don't know if it's my just poor eyesight or not knowing what to look for, if it's actually something with the graphics.
Alright, there goes my external tank. Ah, there you are. And there's right to right. Let's see what he does. And he's turning right this time. Nice. Alright. Going for an extended one circle fight. Coming back around. Oh, and he's reversing again. Interesting.
If I went the other way, that was probably just slipping a bit, because I waited for you to see where you were going, and then I wanted to go the same way you did.
Oh, gotcha. Let's wait for him to turn first. Now we're waiting for him to turn first. Both reactionary. We're gonna just fly right past each other and just not seeing each other anymore.
Yeah, me and Mambo's done that so many times too.
Yeah.
Especially when we practice BBR, generally speaking, we get one missile off each, we both evade it, and then we can't find each other again.
Yeah. Alright. Coming in. If only the F5 had a better gun. I could have gotten you a couple times last time.
Yeah. And you have twice as many guns.
I do, but the rate of fire is just so poor that I can't really do anything with them.
Yeah.
Alright, so at this point, just try to really turn the tables by either going up into the vertical with a large energy state and then coming down on me, or just try to out-turn me here and just try to overpower me with the much more powerful jet that you're flying.
Yeah, I'm trying to judge your energy state right now. It seems like you have the advantage here.
Yeah, I'm up at about 450 knots right now, so I'm going pretty fast. And now, yep, as you start to turn, you're making me dump that energy off, and I can't retain energy nearly as well as you can in that F-18. Like, damn, you're so close I could reach out and touch you and shoot you down if I had a better maneuverable airplane. But you're just overpowering me with those F-404 engines over my J-65s. And it's just no contest. Oh, except maybe. Come on. Nope, I can't do it. Ah! It's like I can reach out and touch you, but I just can't shoot you. Oh, there you go. Nice job. On that maneuver, I would have kept it coming in vertical if you had the energy for it. Come on.
Wasted too much energy trying to get rid of you.
Oh, come on, gun. Come on. There you go. I can't match you. You're just going to come back down on me. I'm trying. All right, here we go. Unload. There you go. Now you're on my 6. You forced me into the overshoot. I'm trying to regain some energy. Here we go. I'm going to pull hard and see if I can get you. All right, stepping on that rudder. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back on your 6.
I managed to lose you there.
I'm back on your 6. 12 o'clock high, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, deep 6. Deep 6, 6 o'clock low. Yeah. Oh, geez, watch the mountains. Oh, boy.
That's right there.
Almost maneuver killed me there. All right, we're coming back in. Alrighty, coming in. Trying to keep an eye on that F-18, and these shadowed mountains is hard, man. Alright. Coming back in on him. Ooh, it's looking good for maybe a potential guns kill here.
Hey, can see that.
My gun sight is not very, very helpful today.
This one has a fixed gun sight, right?
It has a fixed gun sight, but it's kind of gyroscopic, but it doesn't do nearly as well as yours does. I don't have a computer like you do. Alright, now, there you go. Go up, and I can't follow you. And just try to just overpower me, right? Get me to a low energy state where I can't regain it, and then you can use your more powerful engines to just turn the tables on me real quick. So at this point, you're not going to be able to force an overshoot because you're so far away from me. And I'm trying to keep you in front of me just for the sake of not letting you, kill me, obviously. And now your job is just kind of come back around and get me. As I'm at a low energy state, there we go. I'm coming down through 150 knots. Lots of buffet on the controls. 2 Northrop jets, both with the same design principles, but from 2 different decades. Alright, there you go. Now pull it up hard into me. I'm trying to stay slow so that way I don't let you get behind me. And snapshot. Nope. Darn it. Cool, you're doing a really good job. There you go. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. You see me? You see me?
As now my is just one.
Alright, there you go. Now stay on my 6.
Yeah.
Set up that gunshot and don't let me get slower than you. Remember that it's okay to pull the power to idle and put out that speed brake in a dogfight. That's 100% okay. I didn't know you're back there, but I lost you. Isn't also the problem with the F5 is I don't have nearly as good of rearward visibility as you do. Looking, looking, looking. Ah, there you are. Alright, don't let me outrun you here.
Yeah.
And remember that also, if you need to gain airspeed quickly, pushing forward on the stick just gently to go from positive G's on the aircraft, positive 1G, to then being like negative 1G will allow you to accelerate faster than if you were just flying at 1G straight and level. So see how quickly I gained back a whole shit ton of airspeed there? And now I'm going vertical against you? That is how I gained that airspeed that quickly. It was pushing forward on the stick. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nice job. Nice job. Get that nose on me. There we go. I just did a really, really nice loop. That aerobatics coach would be proud of that one. Oh, and I just blacked out. Shit, there we go. Okay. Just pushing forward a bit, trying to regain that airspeed. Going back vertical again. See how my lift vector is pretty much stable throughout?
Yep.
Ah, there you go. That's a good hit. I'm still going, though. Finish me off. Get your nose on me and kill me. There we go. Going to Immelman. Nice job. Keep that nose on me. Now I'm changing my lift vector, right? Not wanting to let you shoot me. Just got to get that snapshot. So I don't want to die. Most people don't want to die.
I believe you.
There you go. Doing good. You hit me once. Now you just got to finish me off. Ooh, that was close. Good job.
Actually, I'm very impressed that the radar can keep up with this.
Yeah, right? I was just training you. I'm making you better. Making you better. That's all this is about. Nice job. Woohoo! Don't overshoot me, baby. There we go. Pulling the power back. Where'd he go? I think he overshot. There he is. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna kill you now. Don't let me kill you. Ah, there we go. I got him. That was a good one. But you see how easy it is to accidentally overshoot, right? It's much better. So if we're doing that kind of weird, crazy, I'm just evading all of your gunshots, it's much better. Drop back a little bit behind me and don't let me, force an overshoot like that. Drop back a little bit, go into more of a lagging lead rather than a nose-on lead, so that way you can see what I'm doing and then pick the opportune moment to strike with your guns. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because as I was making those crazy wacky maneuvers, changing my lift vector all the way around, into different spots, different places, I was able to bleed off my airspeed, and you were trying so hard to stay with me, and you were probably up in full burners, right? Just trying to stay with me, get your nose on me, try to squeeze off those gunshots, and then eventually, boom, you just went right out in front of me. And we want to try to avoid that as much as possible because I got a perfect little snapshot there. If you do overshoot and you still there?
Yeah.
If you do overshoot and get out in front of me like that, the best thing you can do is instead of turning back down towards the ground right through my nose where I can shoot you is to come up to the side and then hit the burners, nose to the ground, 0.5 Gs on the jet, accelerate and reset the fight, run away and then reset it, right? And that's the best thing you can do. Is this
properly botched that one up?
Yeah, it's okay, but it's all a learning lesson, right? And that's why I'm flying this F5, right? We want you to be on the offensive for the most part, so that way you can, practice these kinds of skills. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and reset it again, and we'll do it again.
Yep.
All right.
I feel, generally speaking, when stuff goes wrong, it's not always that I pick up on why it went wrong, but this time I know that I was going too fast, and then I saw that I'm going to overshoot. So I cut to idle and extended my air brake, but I did it too late. So I got out in front of you with the plank fully out and no power.
Exactly, yeah. So if you realize, oh shit, I made a mistake, I'm going to overshoot, well then own that speed, right? Stay fast. If you're slow, stay slow. If you're fast, stay fast. So that way you could extend out away from me, run away, and then either go back home to fight another day or reset the fight on your terms, right? Rather than being like, oh shit, I overshot. Oh, my boards are still out and I'm still at idle. Oh shit, and then the little dinky F5 can get you, right? So that's where we really got to be careful of, if we make the mistake, own the mistake and continue, follow through with that mistake. So that way you can get away to fight another day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. Well, let's do it one more time. I'm actually having a lot of fun. So thanks for flying with me this morning.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Yep. Alrighty. Heading back out. So remember also, one thing that might help you, if you get into a knife fight, we probably want to get rid of that external bag, right? That's going to make your F-18 get even more performance over my F5. Every time when we hit the merge, I'm dropping my external tank right away because I know that, I'll have no chance if I keep it on the jet.
Yeah.
What's your airspeed that you're hitting as you pass me in the merge these last two fights?
I guess I don't remember. I'm aiming to get at about 450 for the merge.
Okay. For this one, try a slower airspeed for me. Try 350 instead. My reasoning for this is if we can get into a one-circle fight, you'll be able to out-turn me right off the bat, right? We want to enter the merge at turning speed. And think about your plan for the merge, right? If your plan is to go vertical up over the top of me, then enter the merge with as much airspeed as you can possibly get. If the plan is to go one circle, enter the merge a little bit slower. If the plan is to go two circle, then you may want to try to slow down a little bit beyond what you would have done for a vertical fight, but maybe not quite as slow as you would go for a one circle fight.
Yeah. Two circle is when we're flying opposite directions of a circle, right?
Yeah, exactly. With one circle, it's all about turning tight and turn radius. With a two circle, it's all about turning rate. With a two circle, we're trying to essentially get further away from each other so that way we can get into a missile firing solution. For a one circle, it's all about keeping that knife fight really short and quick, so that way you can keep sight of that opponent very easily and hopefully get him with guns once the second merge occurs.
Yep.
All right, coming through 10 nautical miles now. All right, let's lock him up. Give him something to think about. Damn, I'm having a hard time seeing you in the clouds today.
Hey, too bad we got these nice new clouds.
Yep. There you are. All right, left to left. All right, so I made a stupid move. I looked down in my cockpit to get rid of my tank because I didn't get rid of it early enough, and now I've lost you in the clouds here. I think you were coming left off of the merge, and now I'm looking for you.
I also made a stupid mistake. Luckily, okay. I realized what I had done before, or not done, I should say.
Yep. All right, so I've made a 180-degree turn here. I'm going to look at the F10 map. Ah, you are on my 6. So let's start maneuvering. See if I can get inside of you. So this will be a different setup, right? This will be something. Yeah. Oh, there you are. There you are. All right, you're going fast. Nice. Okay, you're looking good. Looking good for a real good guns kill here. Just stay on me. Stay on me.
I think I misjudged the range between us.
Yeah, you had a really good nose-on aspect on me that would have been really good for a high-deflection gunshot, but I think you weren't pulling hard enough. I think you eased off on the stick, and that's why the range increased.
Yeah, I got up close here. I thought I was definitely close enough for guns, and I was like, yeah, this is it. So I pulled as hard as I could. I even disabled the limiter, but I just couldn't get quite on you, and then I was at like 180 knots.
Gotcha. So this is why it's so interesting that in these air-to-air fights, right, everybody, sees what they see, and it might be completely and totally different from what the other guy sees and what the other guy's feeling and experiencing, right? So that's why in a real BVR engagement, or not BVR, but a real dogfight engagement, pilots will write down notes as to what's going on in the fight after the fight has ended, so that way when they debrief, they can compare notes before they go and look at, say, the ACMI tracking footage.
Yeah.
Right, so I gotta gain some airspeed here. Now he's on my 6. I'm gonna try going vertical on him. Oh, and you got me. Nice job. So, what did you do different with the gunshot there that you were able to get me?
I don't know. I would like to say that you flew really nicely, but I'm kind to me, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you didn't see me, or if you were just trying to keep me from falling up in tears, or something. But if it was not you letting me get the kill, it might have been that I fired at a larger range, because you were moving more slowly through my gun sight, which makes it a lot easier for me. Yeah. And obviously, if the range is bigger, I'm going to interpret that as moving slow through my gun sight, naturally.
Yeah. So on that one, I had lost sight of you. You were on my 6. That whole fight didn't go very well for me. Obviously I lost sight of you in the merge, and so therefore, we lost sight of each other in the merge, and so that didn't go so well. Then you ended up on my 6, so I tried to extend a bit to try to gain some airspeed, and because of the hard nature of the back of the cockpit of the F5, I wasn't able to look over my shoulder and keep sight of you as well as I probably should have, and I probably should have been pulling a little bit harder over the top. I wasn't, changing my lift vector at all. So it just gave you a really nice presentation for a really easy, really good gunshot on me. And you got me. So great job on that. And why don't we set up and do another one?